shooter.
Curiosity is an energy that we as human beings have access to at all times.
Yeah, I'm gonna increase my skin.
Even in a state of real crisis.
Hey, good morning, Brandy. We got word here just at about 8:45 that there was a body found on Horn Island, and the officials are now working on bringing that back. Now, as of right now, we do not have an identity of the body that was found.
Because as soon as a body was found, as soon as Nolan Wells' body got found, the people he had contact with lawyered up. His homies, who he thought were his homies, who he rode on the boat to the island with, Wyatt, Warren, Eric, they lawyered up. Now they told the family, hey, listen, we don't know what happened because everybody he had contact with passed the buck to each other. The people on the boat said, hey, we told him we were leaving. He said he was going to stay by and catch a ride somewhere else. We didn't ask nothing of it. We left. His best friend Javon said, yo, when I seen him, he was talking to Katie. He said he was going to catch a ride with Katie. Katie said, look, we talked, but he said he was leaving with his friends. I said, okay, didn't question it. So everybody is passing the buck to each other.
That makes sense, though.
What sounds believable in this situation is that Javon, that's all we have to hear.
No, her and
Javon.
Just the guy
because
saying you don't know what happened is ridiculous.
Katie didn't call, but we still don't know. For me, we still don't know. But she said that she said that she's gonna catch. She said that he said he's gonna catch a ride with his boys, the ones that he came here with.
Yeah.
Javon said last time he saw her was speaking to Katie, and he was speaking to Katie because Katie said that she was.
Katie left right after
Javon. No, I'm not saying.
So the last ones there was the boys that don't know what happened.
Because best friend said he was seen talking to Katie. Katie was talking to him. She confirmed that. He said he was going. No, he said he was gonna catch it. He was gonna catch a ride. Javon said he was there talking to Katie and said he was gonna leave with her.
Mm-hmm.
Katie said they were speaking, but then he said he was going to leave with his friends, and she didn't think nothing of that. Why wouldn't you think nothing of that because the fact that, okay, I'm coming with something. I'm losing my car. I'm losing it, but coming in.
She don't know what he told Javion. So probably his,
he didn't tell Javion nothing.
Let me say something. Probably his vibe going into the conversation with Thingy, he told Javion that he was leaving with the girl. That's what Javion said. My thing is, after that, he left. He don't know how the conversation with him and Katie went. So Nolan was probably trying to talk to Katie, and probably his plan was to try to swindle that and leave with her, but it didn't fall through. Because she probably, cut the conversation short, because she was like, nah, he just said he was leaving with his friends. He probably thought he was leaving with me, but he ended up having to leave with them. You get what I'm saying? It could have been that.
I feel like my thing is,
I don't think Katie's suspicious. I don't think Katie's suspicious.
Why didn't he leave with her?
Because she didn't want him to leave with her. That's what I'm saying.
That's a speculation. You think that. We don't know that.
That's what I'm saying.
My thing is, why didn't he leave with her? If he could have. She said she felt it weird that he said she ain't think nothing of it. I think she said some shit like that, right?
That means that because he's with his friends. Why wouldn't he leave with his friends? He probably, like I said, he probably said that to him, but he probably didn't ask her, like, what you doing after this? Can you take me? He probably realized during the conversation she was probably there with friends too, so she's not just going to leave with him. You know?
Yeah. Passed the buck to Javon. Javon passed the buck to Katie. Katie passed the buck to Wyatt, Warren, and Eric and their friends on the boat.
Whoa.
Buck to each other. Friends, I said, okay, didn't question it. So everybody is passing the buck to each other. They passed the buck to Javon. Javon passed the buck to Katie. Katie passed the buck to Wyatt, Warren, and Eric and their friends on the boat. But after the friends gave the initial statement, Wyatt, Warren, and Eric, after they gave their initial statement, they now went quiet. They lawyered up, deactivated their pages, and had nothing more to say. The dudes that Nolan rode on a boat with, they claimed they were in a rush and in a hurry to leave the island and get out the water because their boat was experiencing malfunction. The boat was receiving water. They thought they had to get out the water as fast as possible or else they would be stranded. So they told Nolan it's time to go. Nolan said he's not leaving, and he stayed. However, they still had Nolan's phone. So Nolan didn't realize, oh, damn, bro, you guys have my phone. Give me my phone before you guys leave. It sounds like y'all was leaving in a hurry and Nolan had no idea, to be honest. But they also failed to mention that an altercation took place. Now, there's like very grainy video of the altercation that took place online that doesn't really tell us much, but it does show Nolan getting into some type of like verbal, hostile back and forth.
So what exactly happened from you guys' side?
From our side,
we gotta look at what everybody looking at. They looking this direction, so that means Nolan must be over here.
It sounded like it was coming from over here.
It sound like it, but everybody, if it's an argument going on, everybody's direction. So, my bad, chat. Y'all not watching it again?
You haven't taken a single note this entire meeting?
I'm actually listening better than I ever have. Let me share my screen. Do you see this? Everything we're saying is being transcribed in real time. Look, word for word.
They told Nolan it's time to go. Nolan said he's not leaving, and he stayed. However, they still had Nolan's phone. So Nolan didn't realize, oh, damn, bro, you guys have my phone. Give me my phone before you guys leave. It sounds like y'all was leaving in a hurry and Nolan had no idea, to be honest.
Exactly.
But they also failed to mention that an altercation took place. Now, there's like very grainy video of the altercation that took place online that doesn't really tell us much, but it does show Nolan getting into some type of like verbal, hostile back and forth.
Look at this chat.
So what?
This is, I feel like it's over here due to everybody looking. Look at where their body is. Look where he's looking at.
I think the audio sounds too close to be all the way over here.
I don't know.
What exactly happened from you guys' side?
Look like a situation right
from
here.
our side,
No, look like the only.
there was
right
an
here.
altercation with a different.
Oh, so nobody. So why was everybody looking over there? Look at these black girls there too. Look at all these black people. Unless they white and they, I don't know.
boat which had other kids on it, black kids, and there was an altercation which had other kids on it, black kids, and there was an altercation. There was a fight, something happened, and they went back to their respective boats or whatever. And when his best friend was on the other boat, so when he went to go like check up on Nolan and everything after the fight, Nolan's boat was gone, but they had stayed for a couple more hours. And so when they got back to land,
so Nolan's boat was gone. So the 3 people he came here with was gone. I don't know. We gonna see. I don't know.
They had his phone. So Nolan didn't even have his phone. The phone was at one of the boys' houses, and they didn't want to give it to his parents, and they had to send somebody to go get the phone from his house. That's why, like, when we checked his location, everybody was like thinking that it wasn't serious because we saw his location and said he was in Ocean Springs, Mississippi, like at his house. But they wouldn't give his phone back to his parents. But the story that they keep trying to push out to everybody is that the boat was sinking and taking on water, and they were telling Nolan that he needed to get on the boat, but Nolan wanted to stay back with a girl that he never met, which he wouldn't have done, because if that was like, we're all from the same surrounding areas, she goes to Moss Point, which is like 20 minutes away. Why could you not hang out on land when you got back?
If the boat that you came in was sinking and you knew that.
And so that was like the crazy thing, is that they're talking about, oh, the boat was sinking. and he didn't want to get on the boat, and the boat had to get towed back. But if that was the case and he said he wanted to stay there, why did you take his phone back and not leave him on an island without a way to get home?
The only people who truly know what happened to Nolan is Nolan and the people involved. But if Nolan was my friend, if I was somebody who was on the boat, now I don't think they left that island without Nolan's body. That's just me though, right? But I'm gonna say this: if my friend was,
but ain't the best friend say that he checked on Nolan and when they looked, the boat was gone?
Yeah, no, he checked on. He went back to check on Nolan, but his boat was gone. I mean, him and the boys had left. That's what he meant. Like everybody had left when he went to those hooks.
Yo, son, I don't like this. This is real spooky in chat. I don't know why I keep doing that right now. I apologize. Shit, you tweaking. Gotcha. Yeah, man. We saw all this already.
When his best friend was on the other boat, so when he went to go like check up on Nolan and everything after the fight, Nolan's boat was gone, but they had stayed for a couple more hours. And so when they got back to land, they had his phone inside Nolan's. When he went to go like check up on Nolan and everything after the fight, Nolan's boat was gone, but they had stayed for a couple more hours.
Like,
and so
he met Nolan and the boys was gone, but him and the people he was with stayed for a couple more hours.
Wait, so they didn't say, hold on, I'm confused.
So when he went to go like check up on Nolan and everything after the fight, Nolan's boat was gone, but they had stayed for a couple more.
Okay.
He just ended up staying and chilling still for a little bit.
Okay, so after Nolan got in a fight with the niggas or with whoever,
took him on the boat.
They took him on the boat to try to cool off, right?
Type shit.
More hours. And so when they got back to land, they had his phone.
When they got back to land, when the three boys got back to land, Nolan wasn't there, but they had his phone.
So Nolan didn't even have his phone. The phone was at one of the boys' houses, and they didn't want to give it to his parents, and they had to send somebody to go get the phone from his house. That's why, like, when we checked his location, everybody was like thinking that it wasn't serious because we saw his location and said he was in Ocean Springs, Mississippi, like at his house. But they wouldn't give his phone back to his parents. But the story that they keep trying to push out to everybody is that the boat was sinking and taking on water, and they were telling Nolan that he needed to get on the boat, but Nolan wanted to stay back with a girl that he never met, which he wouldn't have done.
That's stupid.
Because if that was like, we're all from the same surrounding areas, she goes to Moss Point, which is like 20 minutes away. Why could you not hang out on land when you got back?
It's the boat that you came in was sinking and you knew that.
And so that was like the crazy thing is that they're talking about, oh, the boat was sinking, and he didn't want to get on the boat, and the boat had to get towed back. But if that was the case and he said he wanted to stay there, why did you take his phone back and not leave him on an island without a way to get home?
The only people who truly know what happened to Nolan is Nolan and the people involved. But if Nolan was my friend, if I was somebody who was on the boat, now I don't think they left that island without Nolan's body. That's just me though, right? But I'm gonna say this: if my friend was missing and I left him behind, and there was rumors that something bad happened to him, wouldn't the first thing I tell the family and the police, yo, he was in an altercation with this group of people and this group and this group and this group? The only way I wouldn't tell them folks about the altercation is if the altercation was with me and my group. If it was me and my group of friends that he was arguing with, if we all got into a heated altercation, even if I'm quote unquote innocent, I probably wouldn't tell him because I don't want him to think that something nefarious is going on. And if something nefarious did go on, I damn sure wouldn't tell him. That, hey, by the way, just so you guys know, before he went missing, he was arguing with us. We got into a really heated altercation. And that led to what exactly? Oh, no. Oh, nothing. We squashed it and then we left and we just happened to leave him and take his phone with.
It came to fucking dick sizes. Niggas felt like, oh, he think he better or he probably tougher than us or blah blah blah. Yo, the only way I could have did this with a group, like I said. Niggas can't do this on no fucking one-on-one tip at all, my nigga. I can't handle Nolan on y'all dolly. Nigga would've put y'all niggas on your ass and he a football player. He's handling y'all niggas. So y'all had to be 3. And Wyatt look like he already got some weight on him. So Wyatt was probably the muscle to hold him down while skinny ass, what's the other nigga name? I don't know. I know it was Wyatt, Eric, and fuck, the other nigga. Feel me? The one that look weird in the face, look real creepy. Feel me? Like, they was the one probably doing whatever while Wyatt was the one holding him down. That was the only way it could have happened, because y'all can't handle him one-on-one at all. Y'all had to be a group.
Yeah, so they probably just threw him off and left him there on some fucked up shit.
Listen.
If it's, excuse me, you had his phone? Now, even what they did with the boat is suspicious. The boat is probably the single most important and crucial piece of evidence in this entire case. You know what they did with the boat?
They macked there or something.
Pretty amazing, right? The Sony True RGB TV, more vibrant colors.
They said it was getting water, so they must have sounded good.
Take a listen.
But in the videos that you can see, obviously the fight was loud enough and big enough to cause all the other surrounding boats to pay attention, and that be the main focus of what everybody was seeing at the time.
And Alexis, I do want to ask you something else. How long were they friends?
They've been friends for a minute. I mean, these people have gone to school together since elementary school.
And so I want to ask another question from the chat. I'm sorry. Dark Chocolate said, my thing is, why did the boat really have to get towed back, and was his BODY on it?
There is some speculation, like this is just like hearsay, that the boat was owned by this dude Wyatt, but when the boat got brought back, it was parked at Warren's house, which is his mom is the judge or whatever, and somebody said they drove by like late. But when the boat got brought back, it was parked at Warren's house, which is his mom is the judge or whatever. And somebody said they drove by like later that night and like they were cleaning out the boat. Like it was like dark night, not like regular time when you would clean out a boat. It was like later at night. And then there was a girl on the boat that's not in any of the pictures or wasn't the girl that he was talking to. And when she got back on land, she turned off like her Snap location, but her best friend still had her location on Find My iPhone, and she was at, all of them were at one house for like 4 hours.
They were kids. They could have been partying at the house for 4 hours after leaving Horn Island. But I don't know, bruh. All right, why wouldn't you take the boat back to your crib? Why would you bring it to the judge crib? It sounded like, hey, Mom, we got ourselves in a pickle. We need your help with something. We need your help to figure out what to do here. Now, again, this is speculative. This is just day one. We're going to do a much deeper dive into this case once more information comes out. But things ain't looking right. Now, the judge, who apparently is she's the mom of Warren. Now, apparently that judge deactivated all of her pages too. Now, everybody is secretive. The kid dies, everybody lawyers up, don't got nothing to say. Right? Refuse to say certain things like, hey, he got into an altercation with some people, probably look at that group of people. But you wouldn't say look at that group of people if you were the group of people. Because it would be easy to say, yo, listen, we left, bro, but bro was still there after getting into an altercation with some folks. Look into them folks, they probably did something to him. Which is why also too though, like I could already tell, man, they not really boys, bro. Like they're not really homies. Think about it for a second, okay? You and your homie go out.
We were saying this.
Let's just say, I don't know, y'all go out to a party, man. Your friend get into an altercation with a group of dudes at that party. Are you leaving that party without your friend? Are you letting your friend tell you, hey, bro, I just got into an altercation with this group of people. Now, my only homies I came with, they about to leave me, and I'm about to be at this party by myself when there's hostility and resentment with a group of guys, and I got no backup. Does that even sound right? Clearly not. Now, the judge, she decided to respond back to her son's suspicion and potentially being involved in this case, as well as why she deactivated her page. Now, I'm gonna say this, bro. The Sheriff County came out and said that they didn't find any crimes involving this Nolan Wells case. But the autopsy ain't even come back yet, bro.
Yeah.
The autopsy ain't even come. The sheriff who's investigating a possible murder involving the judge's son came back and said, we ain't find no crimes have been committed without the autopsy even coming back yet. Think about it for a second. You think justice is like gonna get served in this case? Clearly not. Now, the judge put out a statement, and here's what the judge had to say. Judge Ashley Cole, who apparently has a despicable track record, like despicable, like things like telling like this black woman that the baby dad cannot meet her at the police station to drop off the kid, and that she ended up getting murdered, or somebody else lost their kid. She tells the person they can't grieve online. This lady has a despicable track record. She goes, our family along with the community grieve the loss of Nolan Wells. Our thoughts and prayers are with Nolan's family. Our son Warren loved Nolan dearly. Unfortunately, I feel that it is appropriate for our family to dispel some rumors with facts based upon the social media attention that is being diverted away from the Wells family and their loss. Okay, so you don't think it's necessary to talk to the police, to talk to the family, right? So they go, yes, I deactivated my Facebook given the very heightened emotional state of social media. Right now, I fear for the safety of my child and my children. My husband and I have 6 children.
For the safety of yours when somebody just lost theirs.
Hello.
What the fuck is you talking about, you stupid bitch? The fuck is you talking about?
And we covet their privacy. We do not believe it is appropriate for our minor children's photographs to be circulated through the internet, presenting potential threats to their safety. I graduated high school with, again, Nolan's mom, Kristen Wells. We are from the same community. I have the utmost respect for her and all of the Wells family. We mourn the loss of Nolan with them. Our prayers have been...
Shit get stuck like that. I saw that chat. Nigga just stuck midway. Good thing I caught that shit right there.
And will continue to be with them. My husband and I were not at Horns Island at any point on 4th of July. What's the price of tea in China? What does this have to do with anything? We know you weren't there, right? But your son was there. No one in our family is trying in any way to impede with the investigation by law enforcement or to otherwise hamper the family.
Yo, why is it doing that, chat? Y'all see this shit?
And law enforcement quest for an answer. Warren was interviewed. Same community. I have the utmost respect for her and all of the Wells family. We mourn the loss of Nolan with them. Our prayers have been and will continue to be with them. My husband and I were not at Horns Island at any point on 4th of July. What's the price of tea in China? What does this have to do with anything? We know you weren't there, right? But your son was there. No one in our family is trying in any way to impede with the investigation by law enforcement or to otherwise hamper the family and law enforcement quest for an answer. Warren was interviewed by the Jackson County Sheriff's Department and cooperated fully. He saw Nolan last at around 3 p.m. on July 4th. They left around 4:30 p.m. when the boat was taken on water and they had an issue with the,
Yo, why is it doing that, chat? Y'all see this shit?
Huh? 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 He saw Nolan last at around 3 p.m. on July 4th. They left around 4:30 p.m. when the boat was taken on water and they had an issue with the... What?
She gonna fuck this up.
I've been said it wasn't.
Try imagining a place where it's all shaky. Come in, she said, I'll give you out.
If you got hit, even as a passenger or in an Uber, you...
What? So hold on, bruh. So the homie you went there with, y'all told us that y'all asked Nolan, hey Nolan, we about to leave, bro. You want to come with? Nolan said, nah, bro, I don't want to come with. Nah, I'm chilling out. I'm like hanging out. Y'all go ahead, bro.
Chilling with Shorty.
But now y'all are telling us the last time y'all seen him was at 3 p.m. Y'all left at 4:30 p.m. So the story of, hey, we told Nolan, hey, bro, we about to go, come with it. He said, nah. Well, that's a lie.
That was at 4:30.
Well, that's a lie.
Remember?
Like, that's a lie.
How is the last time you seen him at 3?
Because you didn't see him an hour and 30 minutes before you guys left. Didn't you guys go to the Horn Island to hang out together? Wasn't you, Nolan, and everybody hanging out together? Y'all didn't see somebody you guys was there to hang out with for an hour and 30 minutes?
Exactly.
This doesn't make sense at all. The claim now that they told Nolan, hey, we're leaving, and he says, nah, that's out the window, because they said the last time they seen him was 3 p.m. He saw Nolan last at around 3 p.m. on July 4th. They left around 4:30 p.m. when the boat was taken on water and they had an issue with the bilge pump. Nolan made a decision to stay on the island and return inland later with another group of friends. But how did he make this decision? Think about it for a second. How did Nolan make the decision to stay on the island and return inland later with another group of friends when the last time y'all seen Nolan was 3 p.m. and y'all left the island at 4:30 p.m.? Y'all left at 4:30. The last time I seen him was 3 p.m. Huh? That don't make sense.
You don't see him on the island?
Y'all not saying, hey, bro, we about to leave, and then spend an hour and 30 minutes later. Like, you crazy?
Come on.
You don't say, hey, we about to leave, and then spend another hour and 30 minutes while your boat is malfunctioning.
Exactly.
That don't make sense at all. But they continue, man. They says, yes, I am a judge. I also value transparency. I apologize if anyone was offended that I deleted my social media. Man, cut it out, man. She says, we live in a world of clickbaity. All right, man. Fair, listen, bro. If the story continues to change, it continues to change. It doesn't make, nothing here makes sense at all. Yeah, my friend had an altercation. He goes missing. I don't bring it up to the police. I don't mention that. We told him, hey, bro, we about to leave, bro. But then the last time y'all seen him was an hour and 30 minutes before you left? Huh?
Make it make sense.
This is just the beginning. This is just the beginning, bro. Trust me. Oh, we're going to be on this case, man. Y'all let me know in the comment section what y'all think about this, man. Y'all think that, the group of friends did nothing wrong? Or you feel like something nefarious went on? Let me know, okay? If you're still watching this video and you want to watch,
let us know how you feel.
Listen, I know how we feel because this is not the first time that I think something nefarious went on. Because why? Because it's a situation like this that happened with that lady.
Yeah.
Y'all remember this situation right here?
A sleepover.
Y'all remember the black woman I remember the black woman that was at the sleepover with all the white people, and she miraculously was found dead outside in the front yard. Get the fuck out of here!
Hey, what
look at this beautiful ass woman,
bro? And nobody know what happened.
Look at this beautiful ass black woman.
Nobody
you think they
know
ain't
what
mad?
Happened? Please.
Come on, get the fuck out of here, man.
They try to pull one of these.
Y'all niggas is hating.
They tried to pull one.
They try to pull one of these. Not the first time we seen this shit. Get the fuck out of here, my nigga. So like I said, yes, we think something nefarious went on because shit like this.
Yes, we think they did it. I don't care.
Like,
y'all think sue us.
This not the first time. This not the first time we seen this. Like, look at this. Look at this. Look at this picture right here. Everybody in this picture.
Yeah, we not saying allegedly nothing. We think them boys did that.
Listen, we doing this next.
We on the side of the Wells family.
100%. Rest your soul, young king.
Yes.
I'm sorry this happened to you.
Sorry to the parents.
God bless the parents. For me, I don't know what to say, but God bless. God bless. God bless. God bless. For me,
we gonna keep doing videos on this. I think.
Yeah, we gonna do more. We gonna do more. We gonna do the next video soon with Poetik Flakko on the case. We gonna keep updated on the case. Keep you updated and everything was going on. But thank you for watching. Appreciate y'all. Thank you.
If we miss anything, let us know.
Yes, like, share, subscribe. If we said something wrong or got it confused, let us know in the comments.
You can't correct us. Open,
I'm not biased. I'm open to correction. Feel me? Like if I said something wrong or I said it the wrong way or it's supposed to be like this, tell me. I'm open to correction and conversation. I'm not that person who gets mad or offended when somebody. You know, like I'm not that type of individual. You know, I'm open. You know, so yeah, like, share, subscribe. Thank you for watching the video.
We're gonna get y'all the next one.
Shout out to Poetik Flakko on that take. That was a great take. I love it. Shout out to you. That was good. I'm about to update. I'll put this up right now. This might be very controversial. I'm waiting for him to do it too. When he do it, I'm gonna react to it. I think he's doing it. He's definitely doing it. Man, I feel like when he take on like this, he about to come out with something.